Dear students, now we are going to discuss osmosis. Okay, so before moving into osmosis, actually, what is osmosis? Movement of water or solvent from one cell to other cell through the plasma membrane or cell membrane or some other membrane is called as osmosis. Okay, right? So here, what are the membranes? How many types of membranes are there? Plant cell is with a cell wall, cell membrane, and other membranes. Chloroplast membrane, mitochondrial membranes are there. So what about boundaries of a plant cell before moving into osmosis? Boundaries of a plant cell. Boundaries of a plant cell. So first one, cell wall. Okay, so cell wall. Cell wall is permeable membrane, permeable boundary, permeable, able to give permission for any type of molecule, permeable, giving permission to many molecules, whatever the molecules, no restrictions. Second one, selectively permeable membrane, selectively permeable membrane. And this one is also called as differentially permeable membrane. So this membrane, this one allows solvent, means water, allows solvent. Here I'm taking water particularly, as we are studying plant water relation. It allows solvent and selective, differentially permeable, allows solvent and permitting certain number of or certain type of solutes, not all solutes, required solutes only. So giving permission for both solvent and solute, but here restricting certain number of solutes are not giving permission for required kind of solutes only, not all solutes. Okay, right? So generally, cell membrane is selectively permeable membrane. And third one, semi permeable membrane. Okay, cell membrane is generally, here you can take a example, cell plasma membrane of the cell. Semi permeable membrane, it allows movement of water or solvent and but not solutes. Generally, no permission for solutes, only solvent molecules. Example, egg membrane, egg membrane of egg. Okay, so these are the membranes, right? Next, Now, what are the main determinants? Main determinants which are able to decide, main determinants, main parts which are able to determine the direction of movement of what? Main determinants that decide the direction of a movement of various materials in a plant cell. What are the main regulators simply? What are the parts or zones which are able to decide the direction of movement of water? For example, take a parenchymatous cell. Parenchyma cell, living in condition. Here I'm taking parenchymatous cell. So this is a cell wall. Cell wall. And this is a plasma membrane. Actually, plasma membrane is completely oppressed to the cell wall. But here I'm taking some gap between those two to understand both the regions. Okay, so this one is a cell wall. This one plasma membrane. Okay, so at the center of this cell, definitely vacuole. 90% of volume of the cell is occupied by sap vacuole. If you go back to cell biology, you'll get it. Sap vacuole, centrally located one. This is a sap vacuole. Sap vacuole. And this membrane is tonoplast, membrane of vacuole. So inside this one, some fluid solution is present. What is that solution? That is a cell sap, cell sap or vacuoloplasm. Okay. So always, what about the role of this tonoplast? If you go back to cell biology, a number of materials, organic and inorganic. Particularly, I'm taking inorganic and organic. Both you can take waste materials out of use. So a number of inorganic plus organic materials, metabolic end products, byproducts, waste products out of use are transported into vacuole. What about the concentration of inorganic and organic nutrients increasing or not? Okay, so because of movement of all materials, organic and inorganic, what about the concentration of cell sap increasing? Okay, so solute levels. So what about the solute? Solutes are increasing, whatever the type of solute. So here, tonoplast is able to transport a number of molecules from cytoplasm to cell sap by means of active transport. Now, what about the concentration of solutes, more or not? For example, here psi W value, for example, only psi W value is minus 0.9. Psi W value is, for example, only. As always, more number of solutes are added to here. What about psi W value? For example, only minus 0.9. More negative or not? And in the cytoplasm, what about the psi W value? For example, only minus 0.4, for example. Now, what about the direction of movement of water? Water movement from cytoplasm into vacuoloplasm. And the surrounding cell, for example, one more cell is present here, or what soil you can take also. Here, psi W value is minus 0.2, for example. Now, what about the movement of water from this cell to cytoplasm of this cell or not? So here, cell membrane tonoplast are main determinants. They are able to decide the direction of movement of molecules. Okay, right? So this knowledge is very, very important to understand osmosis and direction of movement of water between two cells. Okay, right? Okay, we will see remaining part of osmosis in the next class.